Let's get this out of the way. Toyota knows how to build a bestseller. The RAV4 didn't become the top-selling SUV in America by accident. It's dependable, efficient, and as close to a safe bet as you can get in the crossover world. But the all-new model? It's already ruffling feathers, and not in a good way. So today we're breaking down 8 real reasons why some drivers are already saying no thanks to the next-gen 2026 RAV4. Reason number 1, no more gas-only version. And that's a deal-breaker for some. If you loved the good old naturally aspirated 2.5-liter gas engine that powered millions of RAV4s with rock-solid simplicity, you're out of luck. For 2026, Toyota has officially eliminated the gas-only RAV4, going all in on electrified powertrains. Now your only choices are a 226 horsepower hybrid if you want front-wheel drive, a 236 power hybrid if you want all-wheel drive, or a 320 horsepower plug-in hybrid, which no longer carries the Prime name but delivers serious performance. Yes, these setups are more powerful and efficient, but not everyone's excited. Plenty of longtime RAV4 fans love the simplicity and proven longevity of a traditional gas engine. No battery packs, no regenerative braking, no added software layers, just a basic motor you could keep running for 15 or more years with proper maintenance. Electrified systems bring more weight, more complexity, and less DIY friendliness. And while Toyota did avoid adding a turbo for the first model year, something many owners view as a long-term reliability risk, completely removing the gas-only option leaves a lot of shoppers behind, especially those who live in rural areas or keep vehicles for well over a decade. And to make matters worse, Toyota isn't exactly making life easier for plug-in buyers either. Despite the industry's shift towards the NACS charging port, that's Tesla's sleek standardized connector, Toyota is sticking with a messy mix of outdated plugs. The XSE and Woodland grades use the CCS port, while the SE and GR Sport PHEV models still use the old J1772 connector. That means no access to Tesla's massive supercharger network without a clunky adapter, no plug-and-go simplicity, no guaranteed fast charging reliability when you're out on a road trip. In short, no gas engine, no NACS, and no thanks for a lot of people who used to swear by the RAV4. Reason number 2, that tiny shift-by-wire toggle. Remember when changing gears meant grabbing a sturdy shifter and clicking it into place? The 2026 RAV4 says goodbye to that with a new electronic shift-by-wire toggle. And yeah, it's dividing people fast. Toyota says it saves space, it looks modern, and it integrates well with their updated center console design. And technically, they're right. But there's something reassuring about a physical shifter, something solid you can grab and feel click into drive, reverse, or park. The new toggle just doesn't offer that tactile feedback. And for drivers who've been shifting the same way for decades, it can feel disorienting, unintuitive, or just plain annoying, especially when paired with the growing list of touch-sensitive everything. Reason number 3, the death of physical buttons. This one's a hot topic. Toyota has joined the trend of removing physical HVAC and media controls in favor of touchscreen menus, and plenty of folks are not happy about it. Fans say it's clean, futuristic, and aligns with current design language. Critics say it's a major safety issue, and here's why. When you're driving 75 miles an hour and you want to lower the fan speed or turn on the heated seats, you need to do it by feel without taking your eyes off the road. Big chunky knobs? You can find them with gloves on. You can reach them from the passenger seat. You don't need a PhD in touchscreen navigation. But now, you're diving through menus or tapping tiny on-screen icons. In the middle of winter, with gloves, in traffic, even Hyundai and Kia, companies known for pushing tech boundaries, have started bringing back physical buttons because of customer demand. But Toyota? They've gone in the opposite direction, and it's alienating some of their most loyal buyers. Reason number 4, too many choices, too much confusion. Core, Sport, Rugged, Hybrid, Plug-in Hybrid, Front-wheel drive, All-wheel drive, and the list goes on. The 2026 RAV4's configuration list reads more like a Cheesecake Factory menu. And while options are great, too many choices can lead to analysis paralysis, especially for buyers who just want a straightforward trim with good value. On top of that, it's getting harder to know which RAV4 comes with which powertrain, which wheels, and which features. Want the off-road package? You might have to sacrifice luxury features. Want heated seats? Better not choose the wrong trim combo. For shoppers who aren't deep in the Toyota ecosystem, it's starting to feel like you need a spreadsheet to spec your car. and that's not a great experience. Reason number 5, the styling isn't for everyone. Look, design is subjective. Some people think the 2026 RAV4 looks rugged and bold. Others think it looks like a Nissan Rogue wearing a Tacoma mask. The grille has been called everything from a cheese grater to a brick wall. And that blocky front end might scream truck-inspired, but it also alienates those who prefer clean, car-like lines. And the interior? Let's just say the redesign is getting mixed reviews. Some users have compared it to a cardboard box, or worse, a Lego set built in a rush. The dash cutout under the screen looks like the radio was stolen and never replaced. It's giving more unfinished prototype than polished production. Toyota used to win buyers over with understated, timeless designs. But this new look? It's loud, angular, and already pushing away some longtime fans. Reason number 6, price creep hits hard. Remember when you could get into a brand new RAV4 for under $30K? Those days are gone. The current gen was already pushing the low 40s for a well-equipped hybrid. And now, with a new 2026 redesign and electrified powertrains across the board, prices are expected to climb even higher. The RAV4 Prime already stretches close to $50,000 in upper trims, and that's without dealer markups or accessory add-ons. At that point, you're deep into Lexus territory, and with tariffs now impacting component and vehicle costs, expect prices to creep even further north. For a vehicle that was once a no-brainer value pick, the RAV4 is slowly becoming a financial stretch. And that opens the door for rivals like the Honda CR-V, Hyundai Tucson, and Subaru Forester to swoop in with better pricing or more features for the same money. Reason number 7, all-wheel drive no longer standard on key models. Here's something that's bugging the off-road crowd. All-wheel drive is no longer standard on a number of core RAV4 trims. Sure, Toyota's electrified all-wheel drive system is efficient and all-wheel drive is still available across the board, but it's no longer included by default unless you move up the trim ladder or choose specific packages. For a vehicle with utility in its DNA and in its nameplate, that feels like a step backwards. Buyers in snowbelt states or rural areas want the confidence of all-wheel drive without having to calculate trim compatibility or spend thousands more just to get it. And while front-wheel drive is more efficient, it's not the default most RAV4 buyers are looking for, especially when the marketing still shows the car splashing through mud and climbing rocky trails. Reason number 8, interior tech and layout frustrations. Finally, let's talk about the elephant in the dash. The new interior tech setup in the 2026 RAV4 is bold, but it's not winning everyone over. First, that driver-facing camera above the steering wheel, it's there to monitor your eyes for attention and safety, but many drivers feel it's invasive. Add to that the constant beeping, nudging, and corrective lane keep alerts, and suddenly your relaxing weekend drive feels like you're taking a driver's test every time you hit the road. Then there's the instrument cluster, now fully digital and no longer tucked under a shaded visor. It looks sleek, sure, but try reading it in bright sunlight without squinting or casting a shadow with your hand. Glare is real, and it's frustrating when something as basic as seeing your speed becomes a challenge. And let's not forget that giant hole under the main screen, a design choice some viewers have compared to a missing radio or an unfinished prototype. Whether it's meant to be storage or just a style flourish, it's not winning hearts. So what does it all mean? Is the 2026 RAV4 a flop? Not exactly. It's still safe, it's still efficient, it's still backed by Toyota's reputation, but it's also more complex, more expensive, and more polarizing than ever before. If you're shopping around for a compact SUV in 2026, you've got options. And while the RAV4 will absolutely sell in big numbers, it's no longer the obvious go-to it once was. So, would you still buy one? Or are those changes enough to push you towards something else? Let us know in the comments. Hit that like button if you found this helpful and consider subscribing. It really helps us bring you honest, unfiltered car reviews without the fluff.